Firstly, firewall evasion. We have already seen some techniques for bypassing firewalls. Think street scans along with null, find, and XML scans. However, there is another very common firewall configuration which is imperative we know how to bypass. Your typical Windows host will, with its default firewall, block all ICMP packets. This presents a problem. Not only do we often use ping to manually establish the activity of a target, Nmap does the same thing by default. This means the Nmap will register a host with the firewall configuration as dead and both are scanning it at all. So we need a way to get around this configuration. Fortunately, Nmap provides an option for this. Hyphen pn, which tells me to not bother pinging the host before scanning it. This means the nmap will always treat the target host as being alive, effectively bypassing the ICMP block. So ICMP block however, it comes at the price of potentiality taking a very long time to complete the scan. If the host really is dead, then it will still be checking and double checking every specific port. It's all nothing that if you are already directly on the local network, and it can also use ARP requests to determine host activity. There are a variety of other switches which NMAP considers useful for firewall evasion. Evasion Faki. We will not go through these in detail, however, we can be found here. The following switches are of particular note. Myself used to fragment the packets, split them into smaller pieces, making it less likely that the packets will be detected by firewall IDs. An alternative to myself but proving more control over the size of packets. MTU number accepts maximum transmission unit size to use for the packet size. This must be a multiple of 8. Scan delay times MS used to add a delay between packet size. This is very useful if the network is unstable, but also for evading any time-based firewall IDS triggers which may be replaced. This is used to generate embedded checksum for packets. Any real TCP/IP stack would drop this packet. However, firewalls may potentially respond automatically without bothering to check the checksum of the packet. As such, this switch can be used to determine the presence of firewall IDs. अच्छा represent original dates which simple and frequently relied upon protocol is often blocked, requiring the use of pin switch, which simple frequently relied upon protocol, which simple protocol is often blocked, required step in delay ICMP bypass correctly, which emits which allows you to append an arbitrary length of random data to the end of the packets. Research which nmaps which allows to append the arbitrary length of the random data. যেহেতু রিসার্চ করেছে রিসার্চ করলে Google. The nmap switch used to append arbitrary length to random data to package syntax data map number appends the specific number of random bypass. Firewall spoofing. Which message allows you to append an arbitrary length of random data end of the packet. Helps to obtain which nmap switch allows you to append data and data length. Okay. Uh, the data data length.